Bakker, naturopath from Germany. I'd like to go to Germany. I'm in fact in New Zealand. Now, where was I? We were talking about salicylate sensitivity, okay? So salicylate sensitivity is exactly that, what it is, a sensitivity. So let's bust a few myths. Salicylate sensitivity is not a salicylate allergy, okay? Many years ago, when I was a technical director of a company, I'd give presentations to naturopaths, medical doctors, PhDs, all sorts of people, and dispel lots of different myths. And one of the things I spoke about frequently in a presentation was the difference between an allergy and an intolerance, okay? So the big difference, okay? Allergies involve T cells, the immune system, white blood cells. They involve a quite complex interaction, okay, between the antigen and the antibody. So antigen is something foreign coming into the body. Antibody is something created by the immune system basically to deal with that antigen, okay? Antigen-antibody complex, we call it. It's very complicated because we start talking about inflammatory mediators, we talk about cytokines, so, we talk about interleukin and tumor necrosis factor and all these terms that we love to bamboozle the hell out of people with. But basically, we've got a complex immune reaction over here, which is an allergic reaction, and it involves an IgE-mediated response. And on this hand, we've got an intolerance, which is often enzyme-driven. So often there'll be a lack of an enzyme, or there'll be some complicated biochemical process that's screwed up or gone wrong, genetically or for other reasons, right? Often there'll be an enzyme lacking. The body has got thousands of enzymes in it, and of course, it's not hard for one tiny little enzyme out of tens of thousands to be screwed up or have gone wrong or be lacking or something. So when we get that, we get an intolerance. So intolerance, okay, is not an allergy. So don't ever forget that. So when you have a salicylate intolerance, it's not necessarily the immune system that's really rearing its head up, okay, and trying to bite you. So that's the biggest myth. The other thing, myths that we have about salicylate sensitivity is that you need to avoid all foods, okay, with salicylates in them. This is a dumb thing to do. This can really nutritionally compromise you so much. A very dear friend of mine, an elderly medical doctor many years ago, before he passed away, we had many discussions, and one of the discussions I had with this particular gentleman up in Auckland was very interesting. I spoke about salicylate sensitivity, and he said, look, Eric, if you really want to determine if someone has got a problem with salicylates, just give them aspirin. He said standard aspirin tablet is 325 milligrams of salicylic acid. If you go for the ASA, the acetyl salicylic acid, that's 650 milligram tablet, you give them one of those. He said, you'll soon know if they've got a problem with salicylates or not. And then he said, many people, this man was telling me over the years I've seen, and he'd been in practice for 40 plus years. He said, many people needlessly take all of these foods out of their diet because they read something, and they do that for years. And later on realizing they should have never done that, or there was no need to do that. So don't shoot yourself in the foot by taking everything out of your diet, okay? That's a myth. So you may get this list off me, okay, and you may read, for example, if we go to the negligible, you may read, for example, or you may see Brussels sprouts, green beans, leeks, cabbages are low in salicylate, but you'll still take them all out because they're low in salicylate. You only take foods out that are low if you've got a really serious salicylate problem. But if you really want to know if you've got it, my recommendation is to take that tablet. Even for 2 or 3 days, take an aspirin tablet to see if you get a tummy ache, if you start getting swelling or any kind of symptoms at all. If you're scared, don't take the ASA or the 650 milligram. Just take a regular aspirin tablet, which is 325 milligrams, which you'll be able to pick up at your pharmacy. You'll probably get it at your local Costco or Walgreens or shop like that. And don't take 10, 20 a day. Again, take one per day for say 3, 4, 5 days and see what happens. If nothing happens at all, there's a big chance you've got no salicylate problem. All right, so that's going to dispel myths too. So and if you do have a problem with salicylates, okay, as I mentioned, don't take all foods out. Look in my previous video about the best foods to eat. You look at the foods with the highest containing salicylate content first, not all foods containing salicylates. Okay, so that's dispelling a few myths. Thanks for tuning in.